For part two of this live podcast, it is my honor and pleasure to bring up an actress, a musician, a songwriter, just a Kauaian badass. She's also a native, but and we're gonna hear a story. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Sydney Agudong, everybody. Come on up here. Come on up here. How are you? That microphone is yours.
Hello, aloha guys. My name's Sydney. Hello, thanks for letting me be on this podcast
Oh
today.
my God, this is a huge honor for me. So, a little backstory. Some of you may know I was on a TV show called Comic Book Men, which took place in filmmaker Kevin Smith's comic book shop in New Jersey. So, in addition to being a podcaster and just a pop culture personality, Kevin also makes a lot of movies. You may have seen like Clerks or Mallrats, Chasing Amy. You guys might know Jen Silent Bob. So last year, Kevin filmed and completed his latest film called The 430 Movie, which is about him and his friends when they're 16-year-olds sneaking to R-rated movies, just kind of rolling into movies. And right before he started filming, he texted me. He's like, "Hey Ming, can you speak Chinese?" I'm like, "Listen, man, I was born in Cleveland." And I'm I was raised in an American kid, didn't really speak a lot of Chinese, but I know enough to order alcohol at a bar. I know enough to find the bathroom, and I know enough Chinese to flirt with women, like Asian women.
Oh, so you're set.
Yeah, so he's like, all right, all right, that's good enough, stay tuned. And I was like, that was a really weird text. So little did I know, he had written a part for me in the 430 movie, his next movie, where I play a Chinese restaurant owner, and I yell at the female lead in Chinese because she's goofing off. That female lead turned out to be Sydney's sister, Sienna, and so I got to act with your sister, which was weird because so me and your sister are talking,
which is wild.
Yeah,
what
and I'm like, hey, so where are you from? She's like, oh, I'm from Hawaii. I'm like, really? That's cool. I'm like, what island? She's like, Kauai. I'm like, oh, I went to a Comic Con there once. She's like, wait a minute, I know that con. Do you know the Yamasato family? I'm like, you know the Yamasato family? Like, yeah. The mom was my preschool teacher.
Yeah.
I'm friends with her kid Sophie.
Yeah.
And I was just blown away, and so the whole family is here. I sent Kevin the group shot of us.
That's so funny.
I was like, hey, greetings from the the Agudong family and me. And he was like, hi. He's like, are you in Hawaii? I was like, yes, Kevin, I am in Hawaii. You should be here too. So I think
I know, seriously, I want to meet him now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I'm hoping you get to work with him as well.
Me too.
So I didn't know until 2 days ago that Sienna had a sister, and her sister's a very amazing actress and singer-songwriter.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and so which is amazing. And so I guess I'm gonna jump to it. So you're in a new movie coming out very soon, correct?
I want to say, I guess like time has gone by so fast.
Yeah.
So I guess soon is 2025 is soon.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like nothing's really like set or anything yet.
Yeah.
But
Are you allowed to? I guess at IMDb, are you allowed to tell everybody what you're doing?
I think like the news like is out and
Okay.
stuff like that. I mean, like just like certain details. But I'm wearing the shirt, so
Yeah,
I mean, like
yeah. Your mom's wearing the hat.
So I think in 2025 we'll have the Lilo and Stitch live animated movie coming out, or live action movie, which I'm super excited about.
Yeah.
I'm like an OG fan. Like it came out in 2002, and since I was, I think one, like my mom and dad can like proclaim to this, but I literally like the first baby contest. We have like a county fair, and the Kauai County Fair always has like a healthy baby contest and whatever. And like I think I was 1 year old.
Yeah.
And the thing that I decided to dress up as for like my first contest ever was Lilo. And I literally walked on stage as Lilo. And so it was like, that was like my, like, she was like my soul growing up and stuff.
Yeah,
and
native
then,
Hawaiian.
yeah,
Awesome.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, her spirit too. I mean, like she's this 6-year-old like precocious thing. And I think like the story in general with like Lilo and Stitch is like awesome, wonderful. It's got like a mix of family and aliens. What the heck? Like,
yeah, but
like how do you? And it's Hawaii. Like what?
Yeah, but all about Ohana though.
Yes, that's the coolest part about it. And then so growing up, like Nani specifically was like the big sister that I looked up to growing up. And I think she was like, she honestly was someone I idolized and also was a little bit intimidated by.
Sure.
Because she's kind of a bad.
Yeah, you don't mess with
you
Nani.
know, she's
You don't
like,
mess with
no.
Nani. No.
That's why. So like, I think when I ended up getting the audition, I was like, no way, I'm gonna get this, whatever. But I connected to the sister.
You auditioned for Nani.
Yeah.
And
it was a long process, and somehow I'm here, and I got
you're
it.
playing Nani. That's so amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's so amazing. How did this come about? The audition?
I mean, it was a national casting process, so it was like worldwide. They searched worldwide for it. They were obviously trying to look for people that were from Hawaii, and try to keep that sacred too. And somehow, like I got a self-tape for it. I did it in November of 2023.
Yeah.
I think
about a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and then oh no.
2 years ago.
No, yeah, November 2022, and then
time flies.
we did we did chem reads with like 6 different Lilos that came in, and the funniest part about this too was out of this whole worldwide casting process, we had chem reads for the sister, and because they were trying to cast Lilo and Nani first.
Right, and so they want to make sure you had the same chemistry you see.
Right. And somehow, I hadn't seen my sister in like 6 months. She had gone to New York to do NYU and did all that stuff.
Yeah.
What brought us together, which we both didn't know, was that we both were up for Nani, and we were the last 2 choices for Nani.
You were competing.
We were competing against each other for the big sister role.
Sister versus sister.
I was like, what is happening?
It's like Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Like sibling versus,
Yeah, and you're also like, well, this is kind of a conundrum, because like Nani's whole purpose is that she's like, her whole life is for Lilo. Like she's the soul guardian, she's living for, they're like working, the whole movie is like trying to keep these 2 sisters from being pulled apart, you know what I mean? And so I'm also like, I'm like the older sister, and like, how am I supposed to be going for a role where like my role is to like be the older sister, yet I'm competing against my sister?
Right.
Does that not seem weird?
It's like almost like a Greek tragedy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it was such a cool thing too, and it ended up being such a wonderful thing. It brought us both really close and like closer together, and I think like honestly doing that, it was both a dream role for both of us, obviously. And I think like we both were just like kind of in awe and in shock that like 2 island girls like were the last 2, and like, you know, that one of us was gonna get it, and it would be like a Kauai person was going to be able to represent, you know?
Right.
So that was really cool.
I learned yesterday, Hana Pepe, I went to the art walk yesterday.
Yeah.
The Hana Pepe is
it's
the
still
background.
up.
That's Lilo and Stitch. That's where it takes place. Like someone was like, hey, next time you're there, next time you watch the movie, look in the background. You were there.
It's so wild, man. Oh my gosh. And I got to talk to Tia Correa.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
So you got to meet her, obviously. What was that meeting like? She's the original voice.
Yeah, so
of
Tia
Nani
Correa is the original voice of Nani.
But you might know her from Wayne's World. And
absolutely. She's a
also,
hoot. I love her. She's an absolute auntie, and I love her. She's amazing. She's so funny. She also has like a beautiful voice as well. But she, like, I actually got on the phone with her because I wanted to talk to her about like, I wanted her to kind of give me like a blessing. Yeah. You know, because like she created the voice of Nani.
Yeah,
and
that was
like
her,
and she brought in like Aloha Oi with their one song that they have on the hammock where they're saying goodbye right before. And so like there's a lot of things that I wanted to talk to her about and like kind of get her guidance on it. And she like it was funny too because when I got on the phone with her, she was like, I don't know what you asking me for, because like she's like, you're it at this point. Like she's like I was just a voice. This was like 10 years ago, like, or 20 years ago. She's like, girl, like, you know, I don't know. And I was like, you're kidding me. What's going on right now?
She originated the character. You know, you're trying to fit the same vibe.
Yeah.
And I, you know, when someone starts it, you want to do it justice. Correct?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think the coolest part about like this being like a live action movie is that like you get a chance to reimagine the world in such a wider space, because like takes it from 2D to 3D, and it takes it from fantasy to real life.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's not just about like the beautiful animations and everything like that, and it being such a fun adventure. It's like truly it becomes like these two sisters are fighting to like be pulled apart, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, a freaking alien ship comes crashing down, and you're like, well, how the heck do I try to like save my sister from something I don't even know?
Yeah,
like,
right.
What?
Yeah, and the world possibly.
Yeah, truly.
Right?
Yeah. So I mean, it's. I was extremely grateful, and I was extremely grateful to be a part of it. It was truly like an absolute dream come true. Like I can't even imagine life. Like oh my gosh, it was insane.
Yeah. So it'll be out. Is there a release date announced yet?
No.
Oh, so 2025.
2025 to hold on hope for it. Which honestly, it's July already. I think
Right.
it's gonna move pretty fast.
Yeah, and and you were there. I'm sure Disney, they did
Yeah.
this. It's going to be pretty huge.
Yeah.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
How did you and your sister do? Is acting in your family? I mean, you guys are both powerhouse. I don't know if you have a brother out there or any members of your family. That
I think I really don't exactly know.
Okay, so is it the water from the Waialua River?
You know,
that,
honestly,
make you guys awesome,
maybe.
or what? Is it the spam masubi that makes you really act really well?
I think that's the cool thing about Kauai, though, is that like everybody, especially like Kauai in general. I mean, I think like our whole community is like really based around love and arts and like trying to like keep like music and dance. Like the culture is alive, and I think that like that's like a huge thing. Is like people like we make fun of each other. Like that's what we do. Like like
we do
it's
that in
good tough love. Yeah, it's good nutrition. Like
I got a whole TV show out of us making fun of each other.
Yeah, but that's it. Like that's what brings us together. Because like nobody wants anything filtered anymore. Like I mean,
No.
like we're here because we're grounded and we're like we're connected to our roots.
Like what's the acting community like here in Kauai? I know. Well, I know. I as far as there's only one movie theater here. I passed it in Waimea.
Thank God Waimea is there, and thank God it's doing well now. Go Waimea Theater!
Yeah, go see Furiosa playing there now. I don't. Is there like a theater community? What's the acting community like? You're like, how do you get into acting in Kauai?
No, that's a good question. I mean, I think like we started off. I mean, me and my sister started off pretty young. We started doing like talent shows. I mean, we were kind of performing on and off stage. Like we would do like flag football. We do like soccer and stuff
everything.
and all that. Yeah, and then at night we do pageants and we do all that stuff. So that started to like kind of like bring us into like performing and such. And then like I think also at home, like you're always doing the home videos, and then you're like dancing around either like I don't know like my sister pulled my pants over her shoulders and started running around like I don't know like playing songs and things like that. But as we grew up, I was introduced to HCT, which is Hawaii Children's Theater. That's still up and running, and it's growing. And thank God for that, because they have a program called Summer Stars. They do fall productions, fall program. And then we also have like KCP, which is like the Kauai Community Players, a whole bunch of stuff that like keeps the theater companies alive. And I think that's honestly what got us to consistently start doing all of that stuff and exploring and enjoying like things like this, you know? So I think that's kind of what got us started in it. And then we just, by the luck of God or so, like we had a dance teacher that ended up bringing a manager down from LA to do a workshop, and I did a workshop, and then she ended up scouting us both out.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I saw something in both of you.
Yeah, and so we went to LA, we did the whole thing, we got an agent, we started going back and forth. I was in middle school, my sister was in elementary.
You flew 6 hours back and forth for auditions?
Yeah.
Wow.
We would stay from like a week to 2 months, like constantly,
That's amazing. Well, shout out. I imagine your parents probably
I know.
you, so that's
exactly. No, seriously. It's been definitely like a huge journey. And like someone was saying, I think Ming Chen was actually saying that she's like, overnight success is not a thing. Like you put in the work for sure. And it's a group effort. So that's the one thing is like having my family and the support has been insane. Wouldn't be able to do it without it. Yeah, seriously. Shout out.
Yeah. So are you in LA now?
I'm half-half. I still have storage. Okay. I have a car somewhere on a street. I hope it's not taken.
I think I was there the other day. I think I saw it. It's still there.
Yeah. Okay, good. Awesome. I got AAA on hand, so I'm good.
Good. Is there anything from being from Kauai? Is there any has that helped your acting at all?
Oh yeah.
Any point cause
keeps me humble.
Okay, it's very unique. That,
keeps me humble.
I don't know how many actors out there auditioning for native Kauai residents.
I mean, I think the community Kauai I really has so many talented people, and I think it we just need more exposure to it. And I think Oahu is building up the industry a lot.
Yeah.
And it's been insane, especially working on Lilo and Stitch and then having so many people working from the Hawaii community. And I was blown away that it's such a huge, beautiful, close-knit family that they've created.
Yeah.
And we are talented people, hardworking, talented, passionate people. And that's just one of those things that I think needs to keep being promoted, really.
Yeah,
so.
and I love how you guys, especially in the arts or just a lot of self-starters here in Kauai, you guys all support each other.
It really just takes the heart, it takes the hard work, and it takes the passion and the support, I really think. And then I think it really is teamwork.
That's amazing. What are you working on now? Is there anything that you're working on now?
There is.
That you can talk about.
Right.
Hollywood, very secretive community. You can't talk about it a lot until it comes out. Or
I know. Next year, hopefully more things I can talk about. But I actually have another movie that got. It's not released yet, but it's releasing in the fall, and it's called At Her Feet. It's a smaller indie project, and it's based around the Big Island. And I actually played the complete opposite, and I'm an archaeologist, and me and both my boyfriend and me go on this adventure, and then we get caught up, and then there's a ki'i involved, and then there's a bunch of trying to survive lava and volcano eruption. Adventure. Yeah, for sure. We were filming on oh my gosh, now I'm gonna forget. Kalapana. We were filming on Kalapana, which is major lava rock fields.
Yeah.
But so it was hardcore, but it was really, really cool. So that'll be coming out fall. I'm trying to think of some other things that are going on.
That you can talk about.
Yeah. Oh, I have another movie that I'm about to film that we're doing in LA, and it's a quick one, but it's called Ether, and it's going to be really cool. It's super extremely opposite to Lilo and Stitch, that's for sure.
Well, acting.
Huh?
Acting, right?
Yeah, I know, exactly. Well, that's the beautiful thing about it too. Is I think I'm this is again the dream role is Nani Pelekai, and but to start off that I'm gosh, where do I go now? To embody her, and then thank you.
Yeah,
that's the goal for sure.
I have no doubt. Well, it's an honor having you and your family here.
Oh gosh,
when
same.
Aaron told me you guys were coming. I was already beyond happy to come to Kauai, and he was, but that just made my year.
Oh my God!
And I don't know, it's weird. It's just weird how life works out. What fate, right?
And
fate,
also
destiny.
the fact that you met my sister before anybody else on a movie
in New Jersey. And
yeah.
I got to act with her.
That's wild.
I got to yell at her. I taught her some Chinese.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for the 4:30 movie. Be on the lookout
absolutely.
For Lilo Stitch and everything else you're working on. And I imagine you're on social media. And
yes.
Follow you all over.
Yeah, I'm it's underneath my artist handle. It's Who is Jane Doe, because we never know.
Who is Jane Doe?
Yeah.
I love it.
Because I also do music as well. So
yes,
that's where that's about.
What are you working on musically? Can we find your stuff on Spotify?
Yeah, I have one song out. If anybody knows about writing music or being an artist, it's never ending. It's always really hard to let go of your work of art and not be a perfectionist. So I'm constantly critiquing and constantly trying to do stuff. But the one song that I do have out, it's called Cliche Enough, but truly the cliches are real. Welcome to Hollywood.
Welcome to Hollywood. Okay, be on the lookout. Just do a search.
So it
should
should be
favorites.
Yeah, it should be. Hopefully, it should be on all platforms and stuff. But it's basically like my my true experience of like coming to Hollywood and like dreams to reality is like can sometimes be a really tough journey, but it is worth it in the end.
Yeah. Well, much luck and success
Thank
to you, my friend. It's a huge honor meeting you and your family. Maybe we'll work together someday.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
That'd be really amazing. But thank you for being here at Kauai Comic Con.
Oh my God.
And you know, we may have tables next to each other next year.
Yeah, that'd be so rad. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. That would be so cool.
But thank you for being here. Thank you for your awesome family for being
gosh.
here. Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Kauai Comic Con 2024.
Yeah, let's go.
Sydney Agudong, everybody. Thank you guys. And I'll be out there. We'll see you guys out there soon.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much, my friend.